Have you ever wondered why some relationships just seem to work while others don't? In this video, we're exploring 9 principles from Stoic philosophy that smart men should follow to build stronger, lasting relationships. By watching until the end, you'll get practical advice to help you avoid common mistakes and cultivate connections that are grounded in wisdom and respect. Stick with us, and you'll gain insights that can transform not just your relationships, but your approach to life. 1. Guard your past. The events and experiences that make up your personal history are deeply meaningful and, in many cases, quite intimate. Sharing every detail about your past can be compared to opening a book filled with your most vulnerable moments, secrets, and personal struggles. Even philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche acknowledged the potential dangers of revisiting past ideas, suggesting that our history has the power to come back and haunt us, particularly if it is shared recklessly or with the wrong people. To safeguard your emotional well-being, it's essential to exercise caution when disclosing personal information about your history, especially the challenging or painful aspects. This doesn't mean you should never discuss your past, but rather that you should be selective about what you share and with whom. It's wise to share only what is necessary and only with people who have earned your trust. Consider your past as your personal property, something that you have the right to keep confidential. You should not feel pressured to divulge intimate details about your life to anyone who asks. Sometimes people may seem curious about your story, but their intentions might not align with your best interests. Protecting your past allows you to maintain a sense of control over your narrative, giving you the freedom to define yourself on your terms. 2. Face the fear of being alone. The ancient philosopher Aristotle famously remarked that understanding oneself is the cornerstone of true wisdom. This notion resonates deeply with the idea that facing the fear of being alone is crucial for personal growth and fulfillment. Many of the choices we make can be driven by underlying fears, with one of the most common being the fear of solitude. However, the fear of being alone can lead us down paths that do not serve our best interests. To navigate this fear, it's essential to reframe what it means to be alone. Being alone doesn't necessarily equate to loneliness or a lack of connection with others. Solitude can be a valuable space for self-reflection, creativity, and personal growth. By spending time on your own, you can learn more about yourself, your desires, goals, and values. This process of self-discovery helps build a stronger sense of identity and self-worth. When you fear being alone, you might find yourself in unhealthy relationships or situations just to avoid solitude. These choices can lead to a sense of dependency and prevent you from realizing your true potential. By embracing solitude, you create a more solid foundation for your life. You become more selective about the people you choose to spend time with, seeking out those who truly add value to your journey. It's also important to find joy in your own company. Engage in activities that make you happy and explore new interests. This not only helps you become more comfortable with solitude, but it also opens the door to new experiences and friendships with people who share your passions. When you do choose to be with someone, make sure it's because they bring something meaningful into your life, not because you're afraid of being without them. This approach fosters healthier relationships based on mutual respect and genuine connection, rather than fear or neediness. 3. Manage your time wisely. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once remarked that life is not inherently short, but we tend to squander our time on trivial pursuits and distractions. This insight into human nature reveals a common challenge: the misuse of our most precious resource, time. To manage your time wisely, it's crucial to establish a healthy balance and focus on activities that bring you joy, promote personal growth, and nourish your soul. In the age of constant connectivity and endless distractions, it's easy to find yourself spending too much time on things or people that don't add real value to your life. This could be social media, excessive entertainment, or even unhealthy relationships. When you allow your time to be consumed by these activities, you're not just wasting moments. You might be missing out on opportunities for meaningful experiences, learning, and growth. A good way to approach time management is to consider your priorities and set clear goals. Ask yourself what you want to achieve, both in the short term and in the long run. Once you have a sense of direction, you can allocate your time accordingly, ensuring that you focus on activities that align with your goals and values. This doesn't mean you should be rigid or overly structured, but rather that you should be mindful of where your time goes. Another aspect of managing your time wisely is learning to say no. It's easy to fall into the trap of overcommitting, whether it's for social events, work projects, or other obligations. When you say yes to everything, you risk depleting your energy and leaving little time for yourself. Learning to set boundaries and prioritize your own needs is a crucial skill in managing your time effectively. Additionally, be cautious about spending too much time obsessing over someone else. Whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, or a work-related situation, it's important to maintain a sense of independence and avoid allowing others to dictate how you spend your time. Your time is valuable, and it should be used in ways that bring you fulfillment and happiness. 4. Celebrate your achievements. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized that true happiness and self-respect come not from external validation, but from internal admiration and self-appreciation. This teaching underscores the importance of recognizing your achievements and not relying solely on the approval of others. It's crucial to take time to celebrate your successes, no matter how minor they may seem, and avoid becoming preoccupied with trying to meet other people's expectations. Celebrating your achievements serves multiple purposes. First, it helps build self-confidence by reinforcing the idea that your efforts lead to positive outcomes. This sense of accomplishment can motivate you to keep pushing forward and reaching for your goals. When you acknowledge your progress, you create a positive feedback loop that encourages you to continue growing and evolving. Second, taking the time to appreciate your achievements allows you to focus on your journey rather than constantly comparing yourself to others. It's easy to fall into the trap of measuring success by other people's standards, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and disappointment. By celebrating your victories, you shift the focus back to your unique path and recognize that progress is personal and subjective. Each step you take, regardless of its size, represents progress toward a larger goal. Whether it's completing a project, learning a new skill, or overcoming a personal challenge, these milestones are worth acknowledging. Find ways to celebrate that resonate with you. Maybe it's treating yourself to something you enjoy, spending time with loved ones, or simply taking a moment to reflect on your achievements. In addition, celebrating your successes can inspire others to do the same. When people see you taking pride in your accomplishments, it can encourage them to recognize their achievements and pursue their goals with greater enthusiasm. This creates a supportive environment where everyone is encouraged to celebrate their victories, fostering a sense of community and shared success. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. 5. Safeguard your mental health. Sacrificing your mental health to meet someone else's needs is like setting your house on fire to keep someone else warm. It's damaging and completely irrational. No one should be allowed to compromise your mental well-being, and it's crucial to set boundaries to prevent this from happening. Mental health is an essential component of a fulfilling life, and maintaining it should be a top priority. Reclaiming control over your mental health starts with recognizing that your peace of mind is invaluable. You don't owe anyone your emotional energy, especially if their demands are draining and unreciprocated. Setting boundaries with those who disrupt your peace is not only necessary, but also an act of self-care. By taking control of your environment and relationships, you can create a space where your mental health can thrive. To safeguard your mental health, it's vital to develop resilience and emotional toughness. This doesn't mean becoming cold or unfeeling, but rather learning to withstand stress and negativity without losing your inner stability. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, and exercise can help strengthen your mental toughness, allowing you to navigate challenging situations without compromising your well-being. Another key aspect of protecting your mental health is ensuring that your happiness isn't contingent on external factors or people. Your joy should not be treated as a commodity to be given away or traded. This mindset shift requires focusing on what brings you genuine happiness and fulfillment, regardless of others' opinions or demands. Engage in activities that bring you joy, and surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries and contribute positively to your life. Don't let anyone take away your happiness. This could be someone who constantly criticizes you, a toxic work environment, or any other source of stress that affects your mental health. When you identify these negative influences, take action to remove or reduce their impact on your life. This might involve difficult conversations, ending relationships, or finding a new job, but the ultimate goal is to protect your mental health and preserve your peace. 6. Be true to yourself. Albert Camus, the French philosopher, reminded us not to be overly concerned with what others think, aligning with the Stoic principle of staying true to oneself. This concept is fundamental to living an authentic life, where you are the primary decision maker and not just playing a role to satisfy others' expectations. Saying yes to things you dislike is like wearing an uncomfortable mask that slowly suffocates you. It might please others temporarily, but it's detrimental to your sense of self. To stay true to yourself, you must learn to embrace authenticity. This involves understanding your values, beliefs, and desires, and acting on them. It's easy to fall into the trap of conformity, especially in social or professional settings, where there's pressure to fit in or meet certain expectations. However, compromising your own identity to avoid conflict or gain approval ultimately leads to dissatisfaction and a loss of personal agency. Learning to say no is a crucial skill in this context. By saying no to things that don't align with your values or interests, you're reinforcing your autonomy and reclaiming control over your life. It might be uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to being accommodating or people-pleasing, but each time you assert yourself, you're reinforcing the idea that your feelings and preferences matter. Being true to yourself also means understanding that you are the central character in your own life story. You have the power to shape your narrative, make decisions, and choose the direction you want to take. This doesn't mean disregarding others or becoming selfish, but rather recognizing that you are responsible for your happiness and fulfillment. It's helpful to remember that other people's opinions are just that, opinions. They don't define you, and they certainly shouldn't dictate how you live your life. Surround yourself with people who appreciate you for who you are and who encourage your growth. These are the relationships that will support your journey toward authenticity. Living authentically requires courage. It means standing up for what you believe in, even if it's unpopular or goes against the grain. It means taking risks, pursuing your passions, and accepting that you might face criticism or resistance along the way. But the reward for this bravery is a life that feels genuinely yours, filled with purpose and integrity. 7. Don't sacrifice your path for others. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once noted that attempting to be in multiple places at once ultimately leaves you nowhere. This wisdom speaks to the danger of overextending yourself or altering your course to meet others' expectations. Changing your life to align with someone else's desires is like forcing your feet into shoes that are too tight, uncomfortable, restrictive, and ultimately detrimental to your well-being. To find fulfillment, it's crucial to stay on your path and embrace the unique journey that is yours alone. When you sacrifice your path for others, you risk losing sight of your own goals and aspirations. This can happen in relationships, careers, or even social circles, where there's pressure to conform to what others expect from you. The problem with this approach is that it leads to dissatisfaction and a sense of disconnection from your values and desires. Each step taken to please someone else moves you further away from your true self, creating a growing gap between where you are and where you want to be. To avoid this trap, it's essential to embrace your uniqueness and recognize that you are responsible for your journey. This requires confidence and a willingness to stand firm in your beliefs, even when others might not understand or agree. By choosing your path, you assert your autonomy and reinforce the idea that your life is yours to live, not a script written by someone else. Embracing your uniqueness also means acknowledging that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to life. Your journey is shaped by your experiences, interests, and goals, and it's important to honor that individuality. This might mean making difficult decisions, such as ending a relationship that no longer serves you or pursuing a career path that others might not see as conventional. However, the reward for this courage is a life that feels authentic to who you are. As you walk your path, remember that it's okay to seek guidance and support from others, but it's crucial to maintain a clear sense of your direction. Surround yourself with people who respect your choices and encourage your growth. These are the relationships that will support you as you navigate the twists and turns of your journey. 8. Prioritize relationships with friends and family. Plato's analogy, which compares people to soil that can either nurture growth or stifle it, illustrates the critical role that friends and family play in our lives. These connections are foundational to our well-being, offering support, love, and a sense of belonging. Pushing them away in pursuit of someone else's approval or for short-term gains is a serious mistake. Instead, prioritize these relationships because they form the backbone of your support system. Your friends and family are often the ones who have known you the longest and have witnessed your journey. They are the people who have been there through your ups and downs, offering encouragement and understanding when you need it most. These bonds are irreplaceable and can be a source of great strength during challenging times. Valuing these relationships means recognizing their significance and actively nurturing them. When you pursue relationships with people who might not have your best interests at heart, it can be tempting to distance yourself from friends and family. This can happen in romantic relationships or professional circles where the pressure to conform to someone else's expectations is strong. However, sacrificing your core relationships for the sake of others is a misguided choice that can leave you feeling isolated and disconnected from your roots. To avoid this pitfall, make an effort to reconnect with those who have always supported you. Spend quality time with friends and family and engage in activities that strengthen these bonds. Whether it's a simple phone call, a family dinner, or a weekend getaway with friends, these moments create lasting memories and reinforce the importance of these relationships in your life. Additionally, appreciate those who have been instrumental in your growth. These are the people who have helped shape your values, guided you through difficult decisions, and celebrated your successes. By acknowledging their impact, you show gratitude and strengthen the connection between you. Prioritizing relationships with friends and family also means being there for them when they need support. It's a reciprocal relationship where both sides contribute to each other's well-being. By showing up for your loved ones, you build a network of trust and loyalty that can endure the test of time. 9. Avoid obsessive devotion. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius cautioned against becoming overly obsessed with someone, emphasizing that such fixation can disrupt your balance and blind you to your own worth. This sage advice serves as a reminder to avoid falling into the trap of obsessive devotion, where your entire focus is directed at someone else, often at the expense of your dreams, identity, and well-being. When you become excessively devoted to another person, whether in a romantic relationship, friendship, or even a professional context, it can be easy to lose sight of your own goals and values. This kind of fixation can lead to neglecting your needs, compromising your boundaries, and ultimately living by someone else's rules. As you focus more on someone else's life, your journey and aspirations can start to fade into the background, making it harder to recognize your unique worth and talents. To avoid this, reclaim control over your own life. This involves setting boundaries and ensuring that your relationships remain balanced. It's important to cultivate your interests, hobbies, and goals, ensuring that you have a sense of identity independent of anyone else. When you spend too much time fixating on someone, you risk dimming your shine and losing the qualities that make you unique and special. Taking a step back to assess your relationships can be a helpful exercise. Ask yourself whether you're placing too much emphasis on one person or relationship, and if so, consider how you can reestablish a healthier balance. This might involve setting limits on the time and energy you invest in others, or even ending relationships that have become toxic or overly demanding. Another crucial aspect of avoiding obsessive devotion is remembering that you are the star of your narrative. Your life story is yours to write, and you have the power to choose how it unfolds. By embracing this perspective, you can focus on living authentically, pursuing your passions, and creating a life that aligns with your values. Don't let anyone else dictate the direction of your story or make you feel like a supporting character in your own life. Thanks for joining us as we explored the 9 principles that smart men should follow for building meaningful relationships through the lens of Stoic philosophy. What did you learn from this video? Let us know in the comments below. What's one thing you'll start practicing in your own life? Don't forget to like and share this video with friends whom you think will be inspired by the Stoic principles, and subscribe to our channel to not miss any videos that will help you become more steadfast and resilient in life. Let's continue this journey together by watching the next videos displayed at the end of this video. And remember, every day, every step leads towards self-improvement and contributes to creating a better world.